All right. Welcome, everybody. Just want to go over a quick review of training camp from this past week. Sorry. Um, Today's Saturday. Knicks actually held a practice today. Let's wait till more people cycle in here. But it's Anthony, your boy from Knicks Nation. Follow me on Twitter at Knicks Nation. Follow me on TikTok at Live with Anthony. But yeah, right now we're just gonna go over some videos, some practice videos, some press conferences, some tweets that I took screenshots of, and I'm gonna share them with you guys. So we're gonna do all that. A very brief training camp review because not a lot has gone on. So let's wait till more people cycle in here. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and all right, let's get started, I guess. So this week was an interesting week for the New York Knicks. Tom Thibodeau came out and he had a lot of interesting things to say at his press conferences in training camp. He talked about Cam Reddish. He talked about Quentin Grimes. He talked about Jalen Brunson and what Jalen Brunson brings to the New York Knicks. But I want to bring up something that he said earlier in the week, and he pretty much crowned Evan Fournier as the starting shooting guard. That didn't go over too well on Knicks Twitter, but here is the tweet. So it says Tom Thibodeau is asked about the starting shooting guard spot. With Jalen, with RJ, with Julius, we need shooting at shooting guard. When asked about it, Thibodeau says Evan Fournier is the front runner to start at shooting guard entering camp. So this kind of poo-poos everyone's take that they thought that Quentin Grimes was going to start. I thought that Quentin Grimes was going to start. Maybe an outside shot of Emmanuel quickly starting, but everyone thought the Knicks were going to move into the direction of the youth movement. Clearly, what this states right here, it shows that, look, Tom Thibodeau still wants to win, and he thinks that Evan Fournier right now at this moment gives him the best opportunity to win. So with Evan Fournier starting, that kind of caps the minutes for Quentin Grimes. Right now, actually, Quentin Grimes is in a walking boot in training camp. So we don't even know if he's going to be healthy during the preseason. Obviously, you want to see Quentin Grimes and all the young players, Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, play a lot of minutes during the preseason. And the Knicks' first preseason game is this Tuesday, actually, versus Detroit. But with the news that Evan Fournier is starting, well, is a front runner to start, this pretty much tells me that he's starting. And it pretty much tells me he's starting alongside Jalen Brunson. And look, whether you like it or not, this is the stubbornness of Tom Thibodeau. You know, he doesn't right now, he doesn't trust Quentin Grimes to start. And it's hard for Quentin Grimes at this moment to gain his trust, obviously, with that sore foot. He's in a walking boot. I think he was back at practice today, actually. So, and also the newest addition, Jalen Brunson, was asked about Evan Fournier, and he was asked about, look, what do you think of Evan Fournier? What do you think of him starting? And let me just grab that video real quick. So Jalen Brunson was asked about possibly starting with Evan Fournier. And
Thibs said the other day that Evan is the front runner to start as your backcourt mate.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that pairing? On both sides.
Yeah, I think Evan's capable of doing a lot. He fits this team, and I think coach is going to put us in the best positions where we can succeed. So I'm really not too worried about that. I think we'll find ways to win.
He's really not too worried about that, and we'll find ways to win. Those are the comments from his point guard Jalen Brunson. So he's not worried about who's going to start right next to him. He obviously knows that Evan Fournier has his limitations, to say the least. But look, Evan Fournier is a good shooter. He's a good 3-point shooter, and Jalen Brunson, no matter if it's Fournier, no matter if it's Grimes, he's gonna make whoever's starting next to him a better player. And he didn't seem too thrilled about Evan Fournier becoming the starting shooting guard, but hey, this is our starting point guard, and Jalen Brunson, he gave the okay to it. He said, "Look, Tom Thibodeau, whatever he thinks is the best decision to win, he's going to do it." And everyone knows Thibs; he's stubborn, but we wanted to. Horrible coach. Thibs is going to get fired. Yeah. Look, at the end of this year, if Thibs doesn't improve his record, he's going to get fired. But look, obviously, Quentin Grimes in a walking boot right now. He's not going to start. Evan Fournier is going to start. So whether Knicks fans like it or not, that's the reality of the situation. And it is what it is. Look, obviously, we all know Evan Fournier. He set the Knicks record in 3-pointers made last season. Quentin Grimes is always last season. He was hampered by a bunch of injuries. So as of right now, it's Evan Fournier that's going to start alongside Jalen Brunson. And then Jalen Brunson was asked about the possibility of the ball stoppage with him playing with RJ Barrett and Julius Randle. Here's what he had to say about that.
Julius and RJ, I guess historically, you do a lot of work inside the arc. Do you see, like as you're watching playing with these guys now, do you see ways where you might overlap, or you kind of have to work that out as you go, or do you see this ability to play off each other kind of seamlessly?
Yeah, we can definitely play off each other. Knowing myself and knowing Julius, we're players who want to win. So we're going to find ways to help each other out and win games. And so I don't really see it as overlapping. I think that we're going to be able to feed off each other and find ways that to make it easier for each other. And we're going to continue to work on that, and it's going to hopefully we succeed at it.
So Jalen Brunson needs the ball. Julius Randle needs the ball. RJ Barrett needs the ball in their hands. So it's going to be interesting the first couple of I think it's going to take them a while to gel, especially the first couple of weeks. You're going to see a lot of stagnant offense. You're going to see them standing around a lot, maybe a bunch of turnovers. That's normal when a new incoming star player is joining the team. That's normal. That's perfectly normal. We're going to see some sloppy offense, but I think ultimately they'll figure it out. And look, they got to figure it out. They have to figure it out. Him, Julius, and RJ need to have a big year for the Knicks to have a big year. They need to be sort of a big three, even though they're not really a big three. They need to be great. Obviously, we all have expectations for the Knicks. We want them to succeed. We want them to make the playoffs. We want them to be better than they were last year. So, and that starts with Jalen Brunson. That starts with the leader of the team, and he's really these first couple of videos that are coming out from training camp are really showing me that he's really taken it upon himself to become that leader for the New York Knicks. And the Knicks need that. The Knicks desperately need him to become a leader. They've been missing that for years. And last season, Julius, his leadership skills are bare none. He doesn't have any leadership skills. So bringing in Jalen Brunson is really important for Julius Randle and really important for RJ Barrett and really important for Tom Thibodeau, because Tom Thibodeau is looking more and more likely that he needs to have a big year as a coach. And I mean, you can only do so much as a coach, but he needs to show that he's improved from last year, whether it's his rotations, his stubbornness, everything needs to improve from Tom Thibodeau. But now we're going to get into Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish, obviously, with the injury to Quentin Grimes right now, it looks like Cam Reddish is going to play a lot during training camp. I mean, during preseason, we might even see Cam Reddish start because Evan Fournier has been out with a sore left foot, not a sore left foot. He's just sore from his overseas basketball. So Cam Reddish could start for the New York Knicks, and we're going to let me share a screenshot that a tweet. Bear with me for 1 second. All right, here we go. When asked about Cam Reddish, Tom Thibodeau says he's looking forward to training camp and what happens in preseason. Says New York Knicks have a strong depth at wing. Obviously, they have Barrett, they have Grimes. When asked if Reddish will be in the rotation, Thibodeau says no decisions have been made. And then he reiterates minutes will be merit based. So what that tells me is it's going to be an uphill battle for Cam Reddish to even crack the rotation. Because let's look at it. Right now, your starting five is Brunson. Then you have Fournier. Then you have Barrett. Then you have Randle. And then you have Mitch. And then your starting second unit, if Emmanuel Quickly is going to be given substantial minutes and his minutes should be improved this year, if Grimes is going to be given minutes, where is there a spot for Cam Reddish right now? I don't think there's a spot for him. I think he's on the outside looking in at this moment, and I don't as look, the Cam fam is out strong. They like Cam Reddish. They want to see Cam Reddish play. They want to see him start. Some of them want to see him start, but Cam Reddish to me is on the outside looking in, and I don't see him cracking this rotation. Because if you have Quickly, that needs to get minutes. If you have Grimes, that needs to get minutes, and then you have Brunson playing over 30, RJ playing over 30. It's going to be hard for Cam Reddish to crack the rotation. And I honestly think come trading deadline, the Knicks possibly they'll be looking to move Cam Reddish, but we'll see. I mean, but right now, given what we've known, given what's coming out of training camp regarding Cam Reddish, I don't see a spot for him on this team at all. And Tom Thibodeau was asked about that. He was asked about whether he would give more time to the young players, whether he would play the young players, because obviously last season we took a step back. And here was his response to that question.
No, look, you go into the season and you have some thoughts, but nothing's ever final, and so then each day you get more information. Now, some of it is injury, could be foul trouble, could be a lot of things, and it could be performance. Obviously, that's you want it to be merit based. So if someone earns something, they get it, and it's really that simple. And then the one thing that you do know is over the course of the season, you do need everybody. So if initially you're not in the rotation, your responsibility and my responsibility is to make sure that person's ready when his opportunity comes. So we have to make sure that person's engaged. He understands what his job is. And then when he's called upon, he can go out there and execute well. I always say to our players, you can't get here without being a great player. So, but you also can't play 15 guys in every game. And so tough decisions have to be made.
See that you also can't play 15 guys in a given game. So he has his rotation locked already. In his mind, he knows who's in his rotation, and in his mind, he knows who he's playing and who he's not. And he's just giving us the goobly gata. He's like giving us the he's working around the question pretty much because he knows he's not going to play Cam Reddish.
And then it's also based not only on how the one particular player plays, but it's how he fits into the group and what makes the team function best.
Before last season, it was pretty clear. Like you said, Julius was the engine, he's the All-NBA player. Now RJ's a year older. You guys got Jalen Brunson. What's the total goal look like?
Yeah, like you really do need a team of leaders. It's not just look around at every team, and it, there aren't any teams that are relying on one guy.
You need a team of leaders, so that is Julius Randle. He needs to become that leader. Jalen Brunson, I think, is a leader already. RJ Batter is becoming that leader. Last year, towards the end of last season, he really became that leader. He really stopped taking Julius Randle's BS, and he really took over games by himself because, look, that's how you become a leader in the league. You need to use your voice.
So we need to bring the best out of each and every player on the team, and we have to do it together. And that's the important aspect of it. I think you can have individual statistics and they don't impact winning. So I think to be successful in this league, there has to be a willingness to sacrifice and put the team first. So whatever the team needs, you have to be willing to do that first ahead of what you think may be best for you individually. And so I think
Is he talking to Julius Randle? Because it sounds like he's talking to Julius Randle there. You have to be willing to sacrifice and put the team first. And last season, that was an issue for Julius Randle. It was a major problem for Julius Randle. He did not sacrifice and he did not put the team first. It was always me, 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 me. And the Knicks, that can't happen this season.
that's a big part of winning in this league.
Coach, you talked about bringing out the best in each player. When you over the summer look back at the tape from last season, were you happy with the effort you saw from Julius Randle defensively night in, night out? If not, was that something you addressed with him?
Were you happy with the effort you saw from Julius Randle night in, night out? Like if you injected Tom Thibodeau with truth serum right now, he would probably say, "Hell no, Julius Randle needs to improve. He needs to do this. He needs to do that." Last season, Julius Randle took a massive step back, but right now they're walking on eggshells for Julius Randle. They don't want to upset him. They don't want to get in his. They don't want to hurt his feelings, and they know all the fans in New York hate Julius Randle. They know he's not a fan favorite. So let's listen to what he has to say to this.
Well, the interesting thing, I think, when you look at the season, we started off slowly from a defensive aspect in comparison to the year before. But where we ended up was very high. If you looked at several categories, whether field goal percentage, 3-point field goal percentage, rebound margin, points in the paint, transition points, defensive rating, whatever metrics that you like, I think they're pretty good in the end. So, I was proud of that fact. And the thing is, in this league, I don't think it's very difficult to guard guys individually. You have to do it collectively. So I think in terms of his team defense, I thought it was very good. But
Last season, excuse me, last season the Knicks finished top 11 in team defense, so their defense was actually surprisingly very good, despite the lack of efforts from Fournier and Julius Randle.
as a team, I think we can do a lot better than we did last year. So that's our goal this year.
Specifically about his effort.
So yeah, that's Tom Thibodeau. He had a lot of more things to say, but the main things were Julius Randle and the additions of Jalen Brunson and the playing time for Cam Reddish, pretty much poo-pooing the playing time for Cam Reddish, pretty much saying what Tom Thibodeau says. You gotta earn it with them. You have to earn your minutes, you have to earn your playing time. And then he brought up injuries. Then he brought up, look, you have to stay ready just in case somebody gets hurt. You can step into the rotation and play. But as we know, Tom Thibodeau likes his 9, maybe 10-man rotation. And right now that's really locked up, in my opinion, with especially with the additions of iHeart and Jalen Brunson. So let's go back to Jalen Brunson. A few other things he had to say in his press conference during training camp. Ba, ba, ba. Once again, if you're new to the channel, please like this video. Pop, pop, right there. Please subscribe to the channel. Really helps out the channel. If you're not following me on my socials, Knicks Nation, at Knicks Nation, I'm Anthony. Pleasure to meet you guys. I'm going to be pushing on a lot of content this year. Post games, pre games, you name it. Reactions to weekly recaps of the New York Knicks. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing here on the Knicks Nation channel. So yeah, let's just go through this Jalen Brunson
Bigger spotlight on you.
interview.
It wasn't Dallas just because you're coming in to start point guard, signing. You're the addition that's going to help this team be better.
Mhm.
How do you feel about that coming to New York with that?
How do I feel about the
pressure?
added pressure?
Yeah.
For one,
It added any-
it's not for one, it's not really pressure to me. I'm just going out there and playing basketball the way I played for a long time, and two, I'm just gonna be myself. I'm ready to go, whatever it takes.
That answer right there tells me that Jalen Brunson doesn't feel any pressure at all. And we've seen him during last year's playoffs. We've seen him ball out. We've seen him drop 30, 40 points. Like, this dude is a baller, and this dude was made for New York. And I think the Knicks fans are gonna really fall in love with him, because just look at his answer to that question. Like, he doesn't care about the outside noise. He doesn't care about the media. He doesn't care about pressure. Like, this dude, a lot of Knicks fans are gonna fall in love with Jalen Brunson. And
When did you get here? Like, when did you start kind of working out with guys and stuff?
now he talks about when
I've
he
been
got
around. I'm originally from across the border in New Jersey, so I spend my summers in New Jersey. So I come up here every so often, but I've been around. I haven't been in here like at a set day. I just sometimes I come up, sometimes I stay back home. So
Why was that? Do you feel like it was important to get here early and to do stuff with guys?
because you want to create chemistry. As a leader, you gotta understand your audience. You gotta understand what guys
He's already saying as a leader, so he already knows. He's already classifying himself as a leader.
like and what guys don't like. And so when I heard people were up here working out, I just found my way up here to kind of start that chemistry and start that fire. So that was my plan.
All right. Also, congrats to Jalen Brunson. He recently got engaged to his fiance. Congratulations to Jalen Brunson and his upcoming family. Really special news. We all like to see that. We all like to see good news. But yeah, look. So we talked about Cam Reddish. We talked about RJ. We talked about the struggles of Julius and what he has to do. Jalen Brunson, obviously Tom Thibodeau. Now I want to bring up a tweet that I saw earlier today. I'm going to be sharing a lot of stuff with you guys because I want you guys to see it rather than me just telling you, because it's easier that way for me to just read it off the screen. So let me pull up the tab. All right, this was an interesting tidbit that Thibs gave. So it says Tom Thibodeau on Grimes and other young players. I can tell you that those guys will have major roles. So that's good news, right? If you're a fan of the young players and if you're a fan of seeing the young players succeed and thrive. I mean, he was specifically asked about Grimes. So I think this year Grimes is gonna have a big year. I think he's gonna have a major role. I think Quickly's gonna have a big year. I think Emmanuel Quickly is the X factor for the Knicks. I really do. A lot of people are sleeping on Emmanuel Quickly. Last season, he was really last season he really struggled with his 3-point shot. I get that. I think he shot like 36% from three. There was plenty of times last season, wide open threes, he would just brick them. And it was a struggle for Emmanuel Quickly, but he looks right. He looks ready. He looks ripped. He looks like he's been in the gym. This whole summer he's been working out just like all the other young players, just like Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin this summer said that he was working out with Paul George and a bunch of people in LA with his trainer. So Obi Toppin, I think Obi Toppin's gonna have a big year. And I want to see, me personally, I want to see Obi Toppin with Jalen Brunson on the same court. I think that'll be like a little fun little duo. Excuse me, regarding the pick and rolls and whatnot and the tempo, but obviously you still have Derrick Rose, and we all know how Obi Toppin plays with Derrick Rose. I mean, those two are like incredible together. But yeah, Obi Toppin improved. Well, yeah, Obi Toppin last year improved towards the end of last season. His 3-point shot has improved. His defense improved. So, and then you have Grimes. Look, I know a lot of people wanted Grimes to start. there's still times for Grimes to beat out Evan Fournier in training camp, but given what Tom Thibodeau has said about Evan Fournier, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Grimes, but that doesn't mean Grimes is going to be capped out at 20 minutes a game. Grimes can play 20 to 30 minutes a game. That's where I want Grimes' minutes to be, 20 to 30 minutes a game, because Quentin Grimes, I think, has all the tools to be a good player in this league. He's 6'4", listed at 6'4". He could shoot the three. He shot 44% from corner threes last season, and we all know about his defense. He plays great defense, and he's hungry, and he's willing to learn, and that's why Quentin Grimes, I think, besides Emmanuel Quickly, I think Quentin Grimes has the highest upside between Obi Toppin, Quickly, and look, just we want to see him play. We want to see Grimes play, and that's been the only stigma from Tom Thibodeau. Like, are you going to play the young guys? Because I want to see Grimes play. I want to see Obi play. I want to see Quickly play. But given what Thibodeau said about the starting lineup, and let me bring that up for everybody that's just joining me right now. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please like the video. But let me bring up what Tom Thibodeau had to say about the starting lineup again. Just for you guys that are just joining in, just for you guys that missed it, because I really want to get into that again. So, all right. Why is this thing not working? All right, here we go. This is about the starting shooting guard. Obviously, this tells me and it tells everyone that Evan Fournier is starting. Point blank, period. He can beat around the bush. He can say what he has to say, but this tells me that Evan Fournier is our starting shooting guard. And look, Grimes his minutes better increased last season. That's for damn sure. Grimes, Obi, and Quickly, all of their minutes better increased this season. Otherwise, we're going to raise hell. I'm going to come on here and raise hell because we want to see these guys improve. And these guys need to improve. These guys need to become, at least one of them needs to become an all-star. Two of them, in my opinion, need to become an all-star. RJ is on his way to becoming an all-star. So I don't even classify him with these guys. So Grimes, Obi, and Quickly, which one of those three are going to become that all-star? Because the Knicks desperately need one of them to blossom. They need one of them to blossom. And me, personally, Quickly is ahead of Obi and Grimes right now because Quickly is the most durable. Look, he's small. Yeah, he's short. He's flimsy, but Quickly can play defense too, and he's shown that last season. He can play defense. He could shoot. So I think Quickly, if it was me picking between Obi, Grimes, and Quickly, see, I don't think Quickly. I think best case scenario, Quentin Grimes becomes like our Allen Houston. Like if Quentin Grimes becomes that, like that'll be amazing for the Knicks. If Quentin Grimes becomes like an Allen Houston, like knocking down threes and just an overall solid player, like one of my favorite Knicks of all time, Allen Houston, one of my favorite number 20. And I think Quentin Grimes is like a clone of Allen Houston. So it could be Grimes, it could be Quickly, but yeah. So training camp pretty much wrapped up today, and then the Knicks have a few more practices before their preseason game that's on Tuesday versus the Pistons. And what I'm going to be doing is on this channel, I'm going to be hosting a pregame special. I'm going to be hosting a postgame special. I'm going to react to the game. I'm going to give you guys my opinions on the game before the game. I'm going to look at the starting lineup, go over the starting lineup with you guys. And then I'm going to pretty much react to the game. And I'm pretty much going to do that all season. And then October 19th is when they open up against Memphis. That's when I'm going to have it. I'm going to host our pregame special versus the Memphis Grizzlies. I believe that game is on national television. But look, I'm excited for the season. The season's about to start. Preseason opened up in a few days, 3 days. So Knicks basketball is right around the corner, and I'm excited because we've waited a long time, and it's finally here. So, yeah, that's my little review of training camp, and I want to appreciate everybody who joined into the live stream today. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Please like the video. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. Please follow me on Twitter at Knicks Nation. But yeah, thanks for joining, and until next time, peace.